6 years ago, when I started watching anime, I didn't realize how big of a fan I would turn out to be all this time later, having my entire personality and hell, even the YouTube channel based around it. What I also didn't know is the amount of shitty anime tropes there are in this area of entertainment. Today, I'll talk to you about the tropes I hate. I hate it when anime characters run with toast in their mouths when they're late to something. Like, please, just get run over already. I hate it when anime characters are extremely weak in the beginning, then out of nowhere, they get betrayed. Then they get overpowered and get revenge or save the same people who did them dirty. I hate it when the main character of a series is a man with a harem of girls, but he doesn't do anything with them. He just ignores all of them and does something completely irrelevant.
Bro, I'll tell you what, you fat little cunt.
Like, bro, if you're gonna make an anime about a guy with hundreds of chicks, at least make them smash. I also hate when anime characters scream out their attack as loud as possible, even when trying to be sneaky. You'll never see this coming. I absolutely despise tsundere characters. They serve no purpose in the story, and it's not funny when they hit the main character after being walked in on naked. It's just an excuse to have fan service and make sure the two characters don't get together until the last episode of the fucking show. I hate it when the main characters have no parents or a father that is not present in their life. Like, what's with that? Apparently, you can't be a good guy and have parents. That's just not how it works, apparently. You can either choose to have parents or be a main character. It's up to you. I also hate when a character is mid-battle and has been leading up to this very moment, and by the end of the fight, he is out of stamina, breathing heavy, thinking to himself he's gonna die. But out of legit nowhere, he remembers his great-great-great-great-great-great-grandma's form that was passed down centuries ago to be able to defeat this big boss enemy. They just instantly remember the perfect way to do it, and they kill the boss at the last second. Also, what the hell is up with anime being horny? Like, Jesus Christ, man, please stop showing off tits every second you get. I understand it's just anatomy at the end of the day, but you're showing it off like it's a golden ticket to 10 out of 10 reviews by filthy neckbeard weebs who only care about that ecchi shit. You know when you're watching your favorite romance anime and they finally seem like they'll confess, but a random ass side character comes out of nowhere and just cuts them off? After that, for whatever reason, they just forget completely to continue with the confession and it doesn't come back ever again. I also hate when they interrupt fights with flashbacks last minute with character development. It can be done well occasionally, but as I was watching Ippo, I noticed how the fights were just straight action and short, concise commentary. There were a few instances of the fight being interrupted with flashbacks, but it was so short and rare. Ippo gets all the development out of the way before and or after the fight. It makes the fights much better paced and fulfilling. Also, I hate it when the character has to fake his power and pretend like he isn't the most overpowered being in the galaxy. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna hit this target or not. I'm not too inept with magic at all. Let's see this through. Also, the tripping down onto the girl with massive honkers is also an annoying trope. Like, what the hell are the odds of just walking by and tripping onto double Z's, let alone a person at all? It happens way more than it needs to. Please make it stop. I definitely hate it when they have the purposely unredeemable made to hate antagonist characters where it's just rubbed into your face that they're bad. The kind where they're just shown kicking puppies on screen just to scream at the viewer, look how bad and evil I am. You hate me, don't you? Another trope that isn't even funny to begin with, but so many anime use this, is when a female member makes horrible food that looks and apparently tastes like shit. The joke is it's a female that can't cook, I guess. Gotta be honest, Japan society, I don't know what this is. Oh yeah, did I forget? There's also a lot of incest. Yay. Like, a lot. I don't know what's up with Japan, but it's legit everywhere. Every season, there's at least one anime that has it in it. I think after the Eromanga Sensei anime, everyone was trying to hop on the success of it, even though it was kind of weird. It's more of a DJ climb for views. I also hate when anime weebs who only just watch sub claim it's just because dub is objectively bad, and no one should ever watch it because Japanese is the superior language, and it also sounds better. Like, bro, no one gives a shit what you do in your free time. If you like sub, cool, that's amazing, but you don't need to push your fucking ideas on people's throat, especially on social media platform where people like to share their different ideas and opinions other than your own. Also, extremely over the top ugly bad guy whose only purpose for existing in the story is to give the main character someone to righteously defeat because the author can't be bothered to write an actual villain. Like, this bad guy is so over the top, cartoonishly evil and ugly, he's essentially a Saturday morning villain cartoon character. Often this type of character is shown kicking dogs, licking his female servant, spitting on people, etc. Often this guy is short, bald, fat, weird facial hair, beady eyes, wacky tongue, ridiculous voice, etc. There are some over-the-top character types that could truly exist in real life, like super buff macho men, but the way too over-the-top bad guy simply breaks it all. Also, another one is gonna be random characters in isekai that decide that they want to go openly bully / haze the new guy, and onlookers are seemingly fine with it. it. If they're trying to extort someone in the shadows or do it covertly, then it's fine. It just gets weird when some dumbass always rolls up and insults/bullies the new guy out in the open, and now everyone else in the guild watches them and doesn't care or intervene. Also, a small little note is when a character confesses and the confession receiver can't hear them over the fireworks or they fall asleep. Stories that give the MC cheat abilities and then the entire story thereafter revolves around, hey, look how OP this guy is. Isn't that so cool? You know the ones. They have no substance at all and probably have a few of over-the-top bad guys in there too. Characters that are absurdly stupid for the author's plot reasons. For example, say character 1 defeats a dragon solo and then character 2 witnesses it. At first, character 2 thinks this is a fluke, but then character 1 does it like 5 more times. Instead of character 2 now believing the character 1 is strong enough to defeat dragon solo because they saw it happen 5 times. The author makes character 2 not accept this and makes them still think character 1 is weak for no reason at all. Also, the high-pitched, over-the-top kawaii girl, it just ruins my experience every single time. Besides Bocchi the Rock, of course. Thick-headed MCs are the worst. I know I'm a One Piece fan, but like, it's getting ridiculous now. The repetitiveness is what makes it annoying for the most part, but it's pretty hard to pull off if it's right. Characters like Naruto, Luffy, Denji have enough reasons to do so, but even without a backing, it still works without lighthearted stories like DBZ. But what about characters like Edward from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood? You're given a character that goes through unimaginable pain and trauma as a child and is now evidently broken in the intro. Now, what do you get to see of him for the rest of the show? A cliche shonen MC where the backstory might not even be relevant if not for the plot. I also absolutely despise how Japan uses lollies, every single one of them. 8 out of 10 times, there's at least one creepy scene and it's so fucking bizarre and uncomfortable. Even worse when it's a fantasy or supernatural setting and the author tries to offer some kind of explanation as to why this actual child is immortal or something. You know the real reason why these characters are old enough to look like adults and don't look like adults. It's very apparent because of the distinct lack of Shota characters within the same series. It's just fucking weird and out of place most of the time, and I honestly can't even bother continue watching it after that. Anime can be really destructive, but then again, so can the immature people out there. But that was really all I wanted to vent. If you guys like this video, hit the sub button for me. I'm trying to hit 1K subs by the end of the year. Also, check out this video right here to see why Boji broke the internet.